While we here, and we opened up the last segment talking about symptoms versus root cause, I got another example, and I thought about it since it happened. King Von's passing. I had a similar feeling in my stomach, the night he was shot. I see a lot of feedback, what I'm saying, on social media when things happen. When King Von was shot that night, do y'all remember there was like a police recording that came out?
In Atlanta, the police shot King Von and two of his people. Social media is active with, they're upset with the police. So if we have any jobs in Parkway, send 2 cars.
The amount of outrage that I was seeing on social media after that, man, I swear, it looked like y'all was ready to pick up y'all signs and go riot and Million Man March again. It looked like y'all was ready to do all of that because the word at first was that it was a cop that shot King Von. All those same people that I saw ready to outrage and ready to go crazy and tear up the city and do all that type of shit. The moment that video came out, and they realized like, nah, this was some street shit. That wasn't a cop. Cops was out there doing whatever happened, whatever they did. But the actual person that shot King Von was this other guy over here. Like the video was put out for the whole world to see. And I didn't see that outrage anymore. It's very cliche, and we do hear it when people say, yo, where's the uproar when we kill each other? But that really still ties me back into the opening of my last video. Are y'all that turned on? Let me just use those words. Are y'all that turned on by the killer? I mean, that's obvious, right? Because everybody's intrigued by the person that does things that are extreme, right? Taking a life is extreme. And there's a level of intrigue that comes with that to the average person. I've watched it my whole life. I've been subject to that as well. I don't know how far some of y'all go back, but you're talking about not DVD days, VHS days, when banned from TV, the VHS tapes was going around, real shit. I was intrigued by it. Like I was intrigued. It's like, oh, wow. Like I don't see this type of stuff every single day. And here it is on tape, and you can rewind and replay and showing some things that you never seen before. Somebody get hit by a train and all this type of shit. There's an intrigue that comes with it. I get it. It's the same type of intrigue that draws us into something unfolding when we think, once again, something extreme may happen or already did happen. I think that's one of the reasons why 50 Cent's first album went diamond. Get rich or die trying. A lot of people bought into that whole rollout. Like he might die during this shit. Like we know that he was shot already. You know what I'm saying? And he's showing up to all these concerts wearing a bulletproof vest. It's going to go down at any moment for this guy. You know what I'm saying? There's an intrigue there. We're intrigued by that shit. Look at some of these YouTube channels. Fast forward to this heavy internet and digital and content day. Look at Trap Law. Shout out to Trap Law. It's a dope ass channel. I watch his content all the time. The way he produces his shit and the amount of homework that he does is crazy. But go to the Trap Law channel. Look at some of his documentaries, man. I could give a bigger one if y'all don't know who Trap Law is. Look at DJ Academics. Everybody knows where he got his start from. What blew him up? What put him on the scene? His YouTube series, The War in Chirac. None of us knew what the fuck was going on in Chicago. We didn't know none of these people. A couple of the artists were buzzing and we heard about them at a rap level, but all of these smaller guys that was involved in these gang wars and killings and we didn't know about none of them people until DJ Academics started to put the light over there. And there was an intrigue because there's extreme things that are happening. So I'm never going to act like my intrigue towards extreme things is turned off because America grooms you like that. It's also human nature. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to look at shit that they don't see all the time. Things that are common, you get numb to, you get desensitized to. You know what I mean? Like people gonna rubberneck on a highway for a reason. What the fuck is going on? We're all victim of this. Like we all do it. We're all attracted to these fucking things. But how does that translate into the energy that you put out or the message that you relay? Because we're kind of tuned to this type of behavior, because we gravitate towards extreme things or things that we don't see all the time, or we rubberneck on a highway, or we're going to follow these documentaries. We want to learn about this murderer and we damn near fucking support it. That's my question back to y'all. It's one thing to take in the information. It's one thing to take in the knowledge. It's one thing to even by human nature or just growing up in America, subject yourself to these things and be interested in them because they're extreme. I can't blame anybody for that because I'm a victim of that as well. I do that as well. But how do we translate that back into our own morals and the messages that we carry out? We're going to take those experiences and those elements of our human nature and our society, and we're going to then in return protect the shooter. Y'all only want to fall in line because the rest of the fucking world acts like they fall in line when it's like rape or when it's like children or something like that. Then y'all gonna act like, oh no, we all against this. Even though I could use something like that with this recent R. Kelly shit that's going on. What's that fucking the song and or every girl on social media is doing it right now. Great, beautiful. Another fucking Instagram epidemic is taking over. I like to watch the beautiful women shaking their ass on Instagram every once in a while too. All right, I'm a fucking man and I'm human. But what fucking song is playing in the background? Is that not an R. Kelly track? Is that not R. Kelly? I thought everybody's against R. Kelly. Not when it's convenient, because you want to know what? We got this little social media epidemic that's going around that I want to join in on. So I'm going to ignore the fact that this is R. Kelly playing. Y'all are so circumstantial. Y'all are so circumstantial. But in our culture, we take it so far where we even protect the wrong. We root for the wrong. It's cool to put on a fucking movie and root for the bad guys. Okay, you want to see Tony survive at the end of Scarface. Cool. I root for the bad. There's nothing wrong with that. I watch a lot of movies and root for the fucking bad guy. But the real energy that I carry in the world, my true principles and morals, the true messages that I'll ever tell anybody, whether it's my immediates, my friends, my family, or even publicly here on this fucking camera, I'm never going to get up here and just protect the murder because it's cool. Protect the thief because it's cool, because it's gangster. How many bodies you got? It's gangster. You ain't got no bodies under your belt. Oh, you whack then. You lesser than. What? When we carry it and we perpetuate it instead of just treating it as a pure source of entertainment, that's where we damage each other. That's where we kill each other. That's where we rob each other. That's where we actually motivate the robbers and the killers and the shooters. I'm watching these videos go around of these little ass kids that didn't even graduate high school yet, you know, jumping on camera and showing off their switches and all that shit. That's because switches are popular in music now. That's where it comes from. That's where it comes from. Everything's a switch now. Y'all listen to Dirk so much, y'all can't decipher this is what I'm listening to as my form of entertainment versus this is how I should walk outside my door and act or live my life. Niggas is rapping about switching. I got to get one now. It takes one bullet. That's all it takes for somebody to lose their life. One bullet. The switch is cool now, though. You know what I'm saying? You get more time for that. Get more time for that shit. It's no different than when they used to run around. Everybody in their mother talk about, I got to scratch the cereal. You get more time for that because you heard it somewhere. Just go get a clean gun instead or get a license instead. Don't, I got to get my hands on this dirty shit and scratch the cereal because it's like separate your entertainment from your reality. Our entertainment industry only need be consumed by the responsible and the mature. When I get into my gym and I cut all my drill music and I hear murder, murder, death, death, kill, kill, I'm cool with that. I'm not a hypocrite though, because I'm not walking that shit out into the streets.